guys, it's Way here, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys some of the best investments to make right now on Ultimate Team to make yourself loads and loads of coins. Some of the cards I'm going to show you have been added into the game by mistake by EA, and they've messed up, and you can make a lot of coins if you pick them up as soon as possible. So if you guys have enjoyed the video, if you do, don't forget to leave a like on it, subscribe if you're new around here, and without further ado, let's go on into it. So these right here are some of the best players that you can invest in right now on Ultimate Team, and I'm going to go through all of them and let you guys know why I'd recommend picking them up. First of all, we've got two cards, which the title of this video is all about. It's very random, very weird. Two players who shouldn't actually be in the game, at least for these current clubs. The thing is, Ruben Semedo, you can see here, is at Huesca, and you're probably wondering what's wrong with that. He doesn't play for Huesca, he plays for Rio Ave in real life, and this card got added into the game last night, as did Ravel Morrison, who doesn't play for Lazio. He plays, I think, in Mexico. So we've got two cards here who I'm not sure why they're at these clubs. EA really have messed up, and especially in Semedo's case, what makes them an amazing investment. Not only are both these cards just going to become really rare because they'll have been in packs for a couple of days before EA will probably put the cards of their current club that they're actually playing for into the game, so they'll be really rare. But in Semedo's case, Huesca is the most expensive team in the La Liga SBC. It's like 50 or 60k, and what makes it expensive is defenders. They don't have many of them. Semedo is very popular for the SBC because he allows you to do it like 10k cheaper, so there's a really big demand for him. There's going to be a really limited supply because he'll have only been in packs for like a day or two, probably at max. And currently he's going for 1,000 coins. You can get lots of him for that kind of price. I have about 10 on my transfer list. Any that I see come up for about a k, I pick up. And you can see here, there's only like, what, 4 pages of him, maybe 5? Yeah, 5 pages, so a very rare card, and he'll only get rarer because he's not going to be in packs for that much longer, having been added into the game last night. He's not like a transferred card, he doesn't have any other cards on the game. He is a brand new card that got added in. EA added a whole host of new cards in last night, and these two, for some reason, are at the wrong clubs. Also, a couple of other random things. Semedo's start price is 300 coins, which shouldn't happen for a rare card, so that's another mistake from EA. And one weird fact about him, the reason he wasn't in the game beforehand is because he was in prison for kidnapping someone. We've then got Morrison, who he's at Lazio. I said he plays in Mexico, I think. And he is around the same kind of price. He's, I'm not sure, he was rarer last time I checked. Yeah, there's less of him because he's a non-rare, so people typically kind of just quick sell a player like this. And he seems to be going for a little bit more as well. Now, there isn't as big a demand for League SBCs with him because I think a lot of people use different players in the midfield for Lazio. For that SBC, there are more options, whereas with Semedo, there's very few defenders. But still, he's going to be a really rare card and will go up in price because of that. Another thing here with Semedo, actually, is the fact that the La Liga SBC will have a third player added to it when it comes to the rewards in the next couple of days. So a lot more people are probably going to be completing it in the next week or so, and that makes Semedo an even better investment. So just get loads and loads of him, get a few Morrisons, because they're going to become really rare cards when EA give them the correct club on their new cards, which they'll probably add into packs shortly. Moving on to some new types of investments. These are actually players who've got winter upgrades but in different positions to that old card. So Richarlison, he's got a default 7-7 card as a left mid, but his new upgraded card is a striker. Hazard's new card is a right wing, and Rashford's new card is a striker as well. And there are lots of other players like this. These are just a few examples. The reason that old cards are good investments is because if it's not a particularly good player, someone like Richarlison or Hazard that no one really uses at this stage of FIFA, they're good for League SBCs. And if it's a good player, Rashford's not an amazing player at this stage of the game. People use better options, but there are some players that you guys can find and that will get upgrades over the next kind of couple of days as well, where if they have a good card that's in a different position, people may want to use that player rather than the upgrade. They maybe can't afford the upgrade, and this card will rise in price because of that. There is actually a glitch you can use where you can use 2 of the same player in a League SBC, or any type of SBC really. So for example, you could use the 81 and 83 rated version of Hazard if you were completing the Borussia Mönchengladbach team in the Bundesliga SBC. You do that by going onto the transfer market by pressing LT. You can get 2 players, and it allows you to use them in the same team. So because of that, people use these types of old cards here, which no longer have any suppliers. They're no longer in packs. There's still a big demand for them, and when they get traded into SBCs, they of course get removed from the game, and they just get rarer and rarer. So these 2 cards here, and lots of other types of players who've basically just got an upgrade that's in a different position to their old card, are really good investments. Then we've got a few select types of special cards. Firstly, we've got Ultimate Scream cards. Now, I'm not talking about all of these in general. Some of these are good investments, some aren't. The best investments right now are players who have fairly bad stats and have had bad stats in the past, because that pretty much guarantees they will get their stats boosted to good ones in the near future. By that I mean, let's say Rafinha, he's got 93 physical and 93 passing. They're two fairly unimportant stats. I think no one's really going to use this card with those stats, but if he gets a boost to his pace, which he hasn't had so far, and maybe a boost to his defending, for example, he's suddenly going to become very, very popular, and he's a super cheap card. He's like 15, 16k. I have a lot of him on my transfer list because I don't think his pace has been boosted yet. And EA recently said that in March they'll get boosted to 294 stats, and in April they'll get boosted finally to 299 stats. So I'm pretty sure Rafinha will have, either in March or April, very high pace and maybe good defending or something as well. And the Bundesliga is lacking in terms of right back options. So if they have a fullback with 99 pace and 99 defending, for example, he's going to be very, very popular, and loads of people are going to use him, and he's going to be worth significantly more than what he currently is. This isn't really going to apply to your players that maybe already have like really good stats. Like Busquets, I think, is really quick and has been for a while. Same with Fellaini, they've got 93 pace. I doubt that's going to continue, and they'll probably get less good and drop in price. But for players that haven't really had the best of cards, they're probably going to get boosted in the future and will go up. I think Caceres is another one. He hasn't had 99 or any boost to his pace yet, and he could potentially get 99 pace, which would make him a very, very popular centre-back. We've then got ones to watches, which are just too cheap right now, and that's because we've got a lot of SBCs giving them out, so there's a really big supply of them. They're definitely going to rise in price, especially the ones that have good stats and play in good leagues or anything like that. They're all around discard price now. Like Almiron, you can get for about 12 or 13k, and with ones to watch cards, if they score a goal, they go up a lot in price. If they do anything good in a game, they will rise in price significantly. So you can pretty much guarantee Almiron will score a couple of goals this season for Newcastle. So if you buy him cheaply, when he scores, he'll probably go up to like 20, 30k. I'd say maybe 30k if he scores like 2 or 3 goals, but if he scores 1 goal, you'll see him go up by about 5 or 6k. Same with someone like Suarez, Mariano, anything like that. These guys get a big boost in price if they play well, especially if they play well enough to get a special card. Like Dembele went up to about 30k when he was announced in the Team of the Week, and he was initially pretty much discard price. So these types of cards are really good investments, and they're very undervalued right now. A card that isn't discard price, but I think is a really good investment, is Alvaro Morata. I believe I have him, and I picked up a lot of him actually on my transfer list. I'm not sure if I have any in my club. I do. This card here is like 16k. He's 83 rated. If he gets an inform, it's going to be like 84, 85. And an 84 or 85 rated inform goes for like 25 to 35k, depending on the rating and stats they get, of course. And that means that the ones to watch card isn't going to be cheaper than the inform. It would obviously be more expensive because it's got that dynamic rating system. So I think if a card like this, like Morata for example, does well enough to get an inform, then this card will go up loads in price. And even if he just scores a goal or two, you will see a card like this rise up a lot. And given he's a striker playing in a good team, he will definitely score goals this season. And then finally, we've got man of the match cards. There are a lot around discard price. Basically, whenever you see a man of the match card going for the minimum price they go for, which is about 15k, pick them up, store one of them in your club, and you're good to go. They can't drop down any lower. They're going for discard price, so there's no risk at all, and they have the potential to definitely rise in price because they're quite rare. They're not in packs for that long, and they also have really unique card design, which is one of the coolest on the game. I think a lot of people use them because of that, maybe just to try the card out. And in some cases, they rise up a lot. I just pick up one of all the ones to watch cards that are discard price, not ones to watch cards, man of the match cards, sorry, and keep them in my club. And a lot of them have risen up by like 5 or 6k over the past couple of weeks, just because they're quite rare cards. Also, if it's a really good card, like Promise, for example, his striker card, they get quite rare and rise up a lot in price. The same with Rodrigo. I've invested in Gamero a lot as well. He's super cheap right now. All those types of cards are good investments, and you see them always around discard price when they're initially in packs. So there we go. Those are the best investments, in my opinion, or some of the best investments anyway. Man of the match cards around discard price. Some of the cheaper ones to watch cards, especially the forwards, because they're more likely to score goals and fluctuate in price. Ultimate screen cards that don't have the best of stats currently and haven't in the past, because they're pretty much guaranteed to get big boosts to important stats like pace over the next couple of weeks. And then also we've got winter upgrade cards who have the older version in a different position. And then these two anomalies, a weird mistake from EA, pick them up and they'll make you loads of coins. So if you guys enjoyed the video, if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you later. Take care.